With the release of the Black Ops 7 trailer, we see the return of David Mason and Raul Menendez from Black Ops 2. So, what did I do? I decided to replay the entire Black Ops 2 campaign to make it fit with this new Warzone timeline. I also want to discuss the timeline regarding Black Ops 7 and this new Warzone timeline, how this fits. Because researching for this video nearly broke my brain. This is going to be a fun topic for me because I'm a huge COD fan. I grew up playing COD. At first it was like local multiplayer with Modern Warfare 2, the original one, Modern Warfare 3, Ghost,
an entirely new narrative, an entirely new dog model,
Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3,
train go boom,
and then the original Black Ops, Modern Warfare 2019, Black Ops Cold War, and then Modern Warfare 2022, and then Modern Warfare 2023, and now Black Ops 6. God, I'm feeling old. So I guess you could say I'm somewhat of a credential regarding to Call of Duty and what I'm talking about. This is going to be like a spoiler warning. If you haven't played like the Black Ops 2 campaign, I would recommend it. But I don't blame you if you don't have the game because the game is like goddamn expensive. If it's on sale, I would recommend it. During the first playthrough, I made some decisions that could fit the bill for Black Ops 7's storyline. There's also some missions that I'm not sure if they are fitting, but I decided to do them anyways. Now, in the first couple of missions of Black Ops 2, you play as Alex Mason. You save woods in Angola, and then you play as David Mason. The first decision starts when you're in Afghanistan. You fight in Afghanistan with the Mujahideen against the Soviet army, and then you find Kravchenko from Black Ops 1 that survived the blast with wood. At this point, these grenades are just made out of rubber something. Now, you've managed to capture Kravchenko. This is the first decision you're gonna do. You do either let the numbers affect you, or you let him talk, because if you let him talk, he'll mention the CIA mole.
There's people in the CIA.
Bullshit! This guy's fucking with us.
I don't believe that Woods, Hudson, and Mason knows about the CIA mole, so I decided to kill him. Another decision that you can do, but this is like a small detail that you might miss on your first gameplay. During the raid at Menendez's compound, there is a CIA memo back far away where the furnaces are. You can find it, and then he's confused that why the hell is there a CIA memo here? And if you don't find it, well, you just continue with the mission. So I decided to leave that there. The next mission takes you to Panama, where you have to capture Noriega. But Hudson has another plan. He wants to exchange Noriega for Raul Menendez. So they decided to hatch a plan. Turns out that wasn't Menendez under that mask, it was Mason. And now comes the major decision. Do you kill Mason or not? I decided to give him the FaZe Clan 180 headshot. It hurts for me to give this man a headshot, but it gotta have to work for the timeline. After this, you're gonna be playing on the futuristic mission with David Mason. After figuring out the Solarium device and this weapon codenamed Karma turned out to be a woman named Chloe Lynch, you manage to find her at this big floating resort called the Colossus and bring her out just so she can crack the Solarium device. This is where I'm not sure if they succeeded or failed, so I decided to just snipe the Falco from 10 states away, just because I don't want to do the strike mission where you have to save her. Continuing with the missions, and play until we landed in Yemen, where you play as Farid, an undercover operative that works within Menendez's inner circle and his militia group. During the mission, you fight through the Yemeni forces until Menendez shoots Harper's VTOL down. Now in this, you need to decide you want to kill Menendez or do you want to sacrifice Harper. I believe it's confirmed that Harper is returning to Black Ops 7, so we know the answer to this.
You betrayed us, Farid. And for what? To those you serve, your life means nothing!
Continue with the mission, Menendez gets captured, and then the USS Obama gets boarded by Menendez's forces. Karma gets killed by Salazar. I'm not sure regarding Briggs. I don't know if he died, so I just wounded him during this mission. He infected the entire ship and then the entire US drone system, going to various city locations just to intimidate the world leaders. Now, it depends if you don't do the strike missions, but I did. Here, the USS Obama is saved, so I'm not sure if that's canon. Now comes the big decision, the final mission where you have to kill or capture Menendez. In this playthrough, I decided to kill him, because killing him will make him a martyr to the Cortes Dia movement, causing an entire eruption, a Cortes Dia revolution. Since Black Ops 2 has like multiple endings, this is one of the bad endings you can get, which I believe is going to be like an interesting storyline with the Cortes Dia movements and how is David coping with this. What happens if you capture him? Does that make any difference? If you capture Menendez, he will break out anyway, since the virus that he infected the entire drone system managed to go haywire everywhere, causing him to escape prison. And then he goes into the retirement home, kills Woods. He goes to the grave of his sister Josefina and immolates himself. Man literally went full on scorched earth. Since Karma is the only person that can revert the hack that Menendez did, if she dies during the Obama mission, his death is inevitable, either by yourself or by himself. It is also confirmed Raul Menendez was killed, and this is where my brain started to malfunction, because if Menendez is dead, then who the fuck is this guy in the trailer? Was it Menendez or is it someone else? And then I had to rewatch the trailer again, and then I caught something haunting, like in the 150 mark of the video. If you can listen closely, you can hear David say, "I saw you die." I believe that is David talking to someone, and that someone is Menendez. But it is not the Menendez. It's maybe like a ghost or a construct of Menendez. Now, before you send me to the psych ward or call in Ghostbusters, hear me out. You notice a lot of butterfly motif. Maybe it has to do with the butterfly effect, where one decision can lead to unpredictable outcomes. This hints that the campaign might have to do with memories. We also see various locations, like an icy facility, a rooftop, a dense jungle, an operating table. But these are not random. The first scene, we see an icy facility, and then the second scene, we see a rooftop with some Chinese letters. I believe the first scene would be Mount Yamantau under the mission WMD, and the second scene with the rooftop is Kowloon. I believe these two scenes represent the memories of Jason Hudson. Not gonna lie, the first scene made me think about the frozen forest, but we don't talk about that. The dense jungle with the butt-loaded container represents the forests of Angola, where Woods was captured. And then the operating table, it shouldn't be a surprise who it is. It's his dad, where he got brainwashed in Vorkuta. It feels like David is revisiting the memories of his dad and of his colleagues during the events of Black Ops 1, 2, and Cold War, to see if he can change something, like maybe ensure that his dad survived during the entire ordeal in Panama, or that he knows about the mole. And with Menendez being shown at the end, I believe this is like his final encounter. Not to fight Menendez physically, you know, like 1-to-1 Rust 360 no scopes in that, maybe fighting his trauma, because David knows Menendez as a child and he saw his dad dying on the ground. That's probably his final encounter with Menendez, to fight off the trauma that he endured as a child. It is going to be interesting how they're gonna write the story about David after Black Ops 2. I just want him to have like a good send-off, because knowing Call of Duty, they might just use the nostalgia marketing strategy just for us to buy more Call of Duties. But that's just me. But at least in Black Ops 6, we know who the mole was. At first, people thought it was Jason Hudson, since he was very secretive towards his allies Mason and Woods. During the Black Ops 1 events, he was like very critical information about Mason's brainwashing. He knew Mason was a sleeper agent, but he doesn't want him to tell unless he wants to indirectly activate his programming. That made him like the prime suspect, until we figured out in Black Ops 6 during a season update, we got a tape of Hudson investigating the mole. He was collecting evidence, tracking the mole, until his demise in Panama, which clears his name of being the mole. A second person of interest is the new character Russell Adler, introduced to us in Black Ops Cold War. We follow his story during the events of Cold War's campaign and later on through Warzone. During a seasonal update, Adler was captured by a Perseus operative named Stitch, who uses like an MK Ultra style method of brainwashing on him, similar to Mace. He was saved by Woods and his fire team, but began behaving very erratically. Later on, he became rogue. We believed him to be the mole in the CIA, but on the final season of Cold War, they managed to revert his brainwashing, but his reputation was tarnished to hell, and his reputation has not recovered after that incident. Later on, they found Stitch near a grave. That grave lies the original Perseus, who died due to natural causes. He tells Adler and the crew how Perseus is just an idea and they will grow stronger, all those mumbo jumbo bullshit. So Adler decides to shoot him.
I have changed the world, Adler, in ways you can't even imagine.
But knowing Call of Duty, his ass returned to the next season of Black Ops 6. So what are these bullets genuinely made out of? Rubber bullets? Jesus Christ, and I thought Yakuza 4's storyline was more weird regarding that one. During the Black Ops 6 campaign, Adler will tell you about how he was framed by the CIA regarding the botched raid in Panama. Well, the cat is already out of the bag because the CIA mole that Hudson was hunting was Jane Harrow, a CIA operative that you worked with during the campaign hunting Adler down, because that was her task in the CIA. We firmly believe that Adler was the original mole, but as the story progressed, the big reveal shows that it was Harrow herself. Following the downfall of Perseus in the Black Ops Cold War storyline, a new organization rose in its place, the Pantheon. After witnessing the assassination of her parents when she was a little child, she rose to the ranks of the CIA and became a perfect infiltrator for Pantheon. They offered her a better alternative, a world reshaped through the shadows. Now in her mind, she doesn't believe that she was betraying the CIA, she just wanted it to be replaced with something better. It is unconfirmed what happened to Harrow. She's either dead or she's still alive, but knowing Call of Duty's writing, there's a chance she might live, and that is where we at. Now, since Black Ops 7 is taking place a decade after the events of Black Ops 2, I want to see how this story fits into this new, I like to call it the Warzone timeline. So I'm just gonna start yapping regarding this new modern timeline. Now, there are some games that are considered canon, but some speculate that it isn't canon. Personally, I wish that these timelines were separate, because combining these two series together is cool, but if you're just trying to combine these games into the timeline and how you would fit them can get a bit messy. The way I'm gonna sort them out is by eras, like World War II, Cold War, modern day, etc, etc. Now the first game I believe is already canon and would be World at War. Since it is technically the first quote-unquote Black Ops game, there are some characters in Black Ops 1 that came from World at War, like Dmitry Potrenko and Reznov. In Black Ops 1, you actually play as Reznov during one flashback where you attack an Antarctic base. During that mission, you can see his fellow compadre Dmitry Potenko die a horrible death. And then he gets shipped to Vorkuta, and then the entire brainwashing schizo moment between him and Reznov. Now, the second World War II game that is canon to this timeline is Call of Duty Vanguard. As much as I don't like the way they treated the zombies, the multiplayer was okay. Campaign right, it can be improved on, but it's a meh game. They should have Vanguard a bit more in the oven for like a year or so. Now there's another World War II game that I'm not sure is considered canon, because one character from World War II was written into Warzone, and that is Butcher. I'm not sure if the story regarding Call of Duty World War II is considered canon in this timeline, but I'm just gonna put it here. Now we jump from World War II to the Cold War. We start off with Black Ops 1. After that we go for Black Ops Cold War. Basically the game that started this merger between the Modern Warfare series and Black Ops series into one timeline. It takes place during 1981 up to 1984, and then we start into the Black Ops 2 series, where the flashback missions that are between 1986 and 1989. Now some might ask, wait, we saved Woods in 1986. How is he working with the CIA during the Cold War campaign? Well, in Black Ops 2, he did escape the Vietnam prison and managed to rejoin the CIA, and that's why we see him in the campaign missions, because this is before he gets captured in Angola. It's kind of funny that the game expected you to know about that, but if you haven't played like Black Ops 2 or even Black Ops 1, you might not notice that on your first playthrough. Then the entire Panama situation situation happened, and then we skip to Black Ops 6. Takes place in the late stages of the Cold War, like around 1991. There we started with Warzone, I guess 3.0, 4.0 at this point. I don't care anymore, I've lost count. Next up, we're going to the rebooted Modern Warfare series, where it all began, where Warzone becomes the biggest hitting battle royale behind Fortnite. Started in Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone 2020. Everything went well. Then comes Modern Warfare 2 2022. Game was alright. Warzone 2.0 was meh. And then comes Modern Warfare 3. We don't talk about Modern Warfare 3. That game it lacks writing. These three games gave us the Warzone timeline. And now comes the futuristic time, where there might be a chance that the campaigns from Black Ops 4 or Black Ops 3 or even both might get retconned in the future, but we'll see. We start with Black Ops 2 with the year 2025, and then with Black Ops 7 it's going to be a decade after the events of Black Ops 2, where you play as David Mason fighting off this construct of Raul Menendez. And then after that, Black Ops 4 I believe takes place in the 2040s, and Black Ops 3 takes place in the far future, the 2060s. Now there's also like one game that people might consider canon, but I don't consider as canon. That Advanced Warfare is also part of this timeline, because in one of the seasons of Modern Warfare 3 they added about 27, and you can literally see the Atlas Corporation in it. So the Atlas Corporation exists during the Warzone timeline, but is it canon? I don't think so, even though the timeline does somewhat fit. First mission of Advanced Warfare puts you at the year 2054 in South Korea. You'll play through the years from 2055 up until the final mission that takes place in the 2060s. It might be canon, but I won't count that. So yeah, I guess that's everything. This is basically my TED talk on the modern Call of Duty / Warzone timeline. And there might be a chance that some of it is not true, because during the Black Ops 7 promotion, their motto was "The truth lies." So we have no idea what is now canon, and there might be a chance that Mason is alive. I still hope that he is alive, but maybe he's dead. My headcanon is that he's alive. I don't care. The truth lies. Am I hyped for Black Ops 7? On one hand, I am hyped. It's good to see David Mason back, but on the other hand, I'm just concerned how they would write the campaign. I know there's a steep decline on the writing, especially for the campaign, and we've seen it with Modern Warfare 3. I personally believe it's because of this 1-year cycle between Call of Duties, but Black Ops 6 had like a 4-year development time span. The game is pretty alright. I just hope that Black Ops 7 has like a 2-year cycle at least, and Call of Duty do these characters justice, because 2023 the original voice actor for Menendez sadly passed away, and I hope that they don't violate the character that he made. Rest in peace, Carmel Reyes. You're an OG. So yeah, that is just me yapping about this new Call of Duty timeline stuff. Even though this entire research almost brought me to insanity, it was pretty fun. I can talk about one of my favorite games, even though Call of Duty is like an abusive ex. I always come back to it. I need to stop playing COD, but sometimes I just go back to the campaign or for the zombies. So yeah, that's pretty much it from my end. If you have like any other comments regarding this, please share them in the comment section down below. Like, if you want to share it with anyone who is more knowledge with Call of Duty, please. If there are some mistakes, please tell me in the comments. I believe I've made some mistakes regarding writing this script, because it's like my 4th or 5th revision of the script. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to see more of this channel, please consider subscribing. I'll see you guys next time.